Some buildings are just glass and steel, but what if a building could actually speak? Well, in Busan, South Korea, there's a conference hall that does exactly that. It tells this incredible story of global power, of deep national pride, and even of ancient myths whispered by the sea. This is the story of the Nurimaru APEC House. So, how did this one single building come to mean so much? Well, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the massive global event that even sparked its creation. Then we're going to decode the secrets that are literally hidden in its design, uncover the incredible history embedded in its walls, explore the island's ancient legends, and finally, I'll give you a guide so you can see it all for yourself. All right, so why build something so extraordinary in the first place? Well, it all kicks off with a meeting. And I mean a truly massive global summit that took place right here back in 2005. 21, that's the number. That's how many world leaders came to Busan for the annual APEC Summit. We're talking the heads of economies from the United States and China to Chile and Australia, all gathered together in one room.
And listen, this wasn't just any old meeting. Together, those leaders represented an incredible 56% of the entire world's GDP. So yeah, the decisions made in this city, they were absolutely guaranteed to echo across the entire planet.
So what exactly is APEC? The easiest way to think about it is like the main club for economic cooperation all around the Pacific Rim. Their whole goal is to make trade easier and build a more connected, more prosperous future for everyone involved. Towards one community. Man, that was the ambitious theme for the 2005 summit. The goal was to chart a course for stability and prosperity, and the plan they came up with became known as the Busan Roadmap for free trade in the whole region. Okay, so to host an event this critical, you need way more than just a big room. South Korea needed a building that could send a powerful message, a message of unity and transparency, before a single word was even spoken. And that message starts with the name itself, Nurimaru. It's pure Korean, no loanwords, and it literally just means World Summit, a simple, really powerful declaration of its purpose. Now this is where the genius of the design really shines. The architect modeled it after a jeongja. That's a traditional Korean pavilion where scholars would gather out in nature to discuss big ideas. Nurimaru is basically a modern jeongja. The wood has become steel, the natural setting is now the unobstructed ocean view, and the philosophical debates, well, they're now about global economic policy.
You see, every single piece of this building is a diplomatic tool. That circular table, it makes sure no single leader sits at the head. The massive glass walls, they just scream openness and transparency. And that beautiful sweeping roof, it's shaped to perfectly echo the natural curve of the island it sits on. It's brilliant.
But the message doesn't stop at the door. Oh no. Inside, the building becomes this stunning showcase of Korean culture, where pretty much every detail tells a story of heritage and artistic pride.
Okay, you have to look at the ceiling. This part is incredible. As the world leaders were debating the future, they were sitting directly beneath a replica of the dome from the Seogaram Grotto, which is an 8th century masterpiece and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's this subtle but super powerful link connecting 21st century diplomacy to Korea's ancient legacy of artistry and innovation. And here's the cool part. When you visit today, you can step right back into that very moment. The hall is preserved exactly as it was in 2005. You can literally stand in the room where those 21 world leaders helped shape the future of global trade. But the story isn't just about the building. It's about where it stands. Let's zoom out for a second, because Nurimaru sits on Dongbaekseom Island, a place that was already steeped in legends long before any summit was ever held here. The island's name literally means Camellia Island, named for the beautiful flowers that bloom here every winter and spring. It's this gorgeous green oasis sitting right next to the world-famous Haeundae Beach. And this is where the island's mythology just comes alive. Legend says a mermaid princess named Hwanguk would sit on these very rocks, homesick for her underwater kingdom. Just imagine that for a second. A high-tech global summit taking place just steps from where an ancient mythical love story unfolds. And the statue honoring her, it has its own dramatic history. The original, from 1974, was actually destroyed by a powerful typhoon, but the community was so determined to keep the legend alive that they built a brand new one in 1989 so the princess's vigil could continue.
And the best part of all of this incredible mix of global politics, stunning architecture, and ancient myth isn't just a story. It's a real place that you can go and experience for yourself. And getting there is incredibly easy. The Nurimaru APEC House is open most days, from 9 to 6. And get this, admission is totally free. It's one of the most accessible pieces of modern history you'll probably ever find.
And you really shouldn't just stop at the APEC House. The whole island is an adventure. You can follow the coastal path to find that mermaid statue, climb up to the Lighthouse Observatory, and get what are honestly some of the best views of the Busan skyline and the famous Gwangan Bridge. So it leaves you with this one big question, right? Can a building be both a monument to the future and a gateway to the past? Well, the Nurimaru APEC House proves that it absolutely can. It's this perfect bridge between tradition and modernity, between a nation and the world, and between human ambition and ancient legend. It just captures a single powerful moment in history while standing on land that tells a story that's thousands of years old.